So I will share my screen and couple things to start everything off with tonight. So if you're brand new, there's two main calls I'd recommend to plug into. There's lots of great team calls that go on. We have an unbelievable training event that corporate is putting on here coming up for free this weekend. Lots of good stuff you can plug into. I'm talking just generically on a weekly basis. What I plug new people into and what I plug people I've been working with for a long time into are these calls every Wednesday night. Again, it's geared more towards a business building talk. And then one of the top leaders in all of Seacret, Diamond Terry Camp, he runs a product training on Saturdays that if you have not checked out, highly recommend. Extremely valuable. There's over 90 different products we offer. Again, lots of stuff to learn, lots of amazing testimonies that are already out there, and we'll just continue to really help you grow the business side of things by plugging in, learning, and being a product of the product and understanding what these different products are doing for people just like you and I, and just really continuing to learn that. So take a screenshot of this if you don't already have that. Those are the times, the Zoom numbers, websites that can get you right there. Lots of good stuff always out there. These are two things that I try to really give people a place to start if you're looking for something to plug into from home. So we also have our contest going on right now. We have our 60-day challenge that is off and running. Again, we call it the Take Off and Party Challenge, or a lot of people are calling it the Lifestyle Reset. For those of you that are already a part of the challenge, one of the prizes at the end is getting to come to Vegas. We're doing a VIP pool party. If you're not a part of the challenge, I'll show you how to get a part of that here in a second. It's definitely not too late to do so. But we are taking over the brand new Circa Hotel, doing a VIP pool party. This is coming in the end of March. And if you want to reserve your seat to come to that, again, this is only if you're already a part of the challenge. And again, I'll show you how to do that. But if you're a part of the challenge and you want to celebrate finishing up the challenge, coming to Vegas with us, you can, as you see here, you can Cash App, Venmo, or Zelly, I think that's the Wells Fargo app. However, there's a whole bunch of ways you can get that money. Our leader, Mr. Eric Grzybowski, set that up, has been working around the clock getting that organized. In fact, I talked to him earlier today, and we're hoping to have the hotel link ready here in a second, and then we're finalizing the exact day. We believe it's the Tuesday after the contest ends that we're going out. I think that was the 22nd of March, whatever that Tuesday was. And then, like I said, so again, if you plan on coming out, we're doing a training. The founder of Seacret, Mr. Isaac Ben Shabbat, our director of training, the best in the business, Mr. Mark Aceta, all the top leaders across the board from Seacret, we're all coming together. It's going to be one insanely awesome time, a great party, and they're throwing a training event at the pool party, and then kicking it into just an all-out, really great time, celebrating all the hard work everyone's been putting in the gym, putting into their business, and just really taking off 2021 in all areas of our life in a positive way. So if you know you're coming, it's normally the $35 is covering the training costs that normally would be hundreds of dollars to do something like that in person, and it's covering your admission to get in to the pool, even if you're not staying at Circa. So if you haven't done that already, if you know you're coming, plan on coming, make sure you get that out to Mr. Grzybowski. And then again, here in the next couple days, we're hoping to have this link. We're doing a takeover at the Mirage Hotel, which is going to be $190 a person if there's two people staying there for the entire 5 days, 4 nights, including the resort fees and taxes. If you want to put 4 in a room, it's $100. You want to put 40 in a room, you can do the math. It's already insanely dirt cheap. We're going to be taking over basically the entire casino, the entire hotel. It's going to be a great time. So if you don't know about the challenge that we're doing, basically anybody that sets up a subscribe and save of at least $100 of whatever products you'd like to try, whatever you'd like to take, by setting up a subscribe and save, you save another 10%, and then it just will send to you where you're never running out. So you can set it up, for example, to come every 4 weeks, and you'll know that you're not going to run out of product by the time that you're using what you would currently have. Or any new customers you'd like to share this with, they place an initial $100 order, they can get added to the Facebook group, and everybody, no matter what happens at the end, there's thousands of dollars in cash prizes. We're giving away all-inclusive trips to Mexico, all kinds of really cool things for those of you really pushing hard, trying to get a great transformation, lose some weight, show off that pool body. But no matter what happens, anybody that simply sets up a subscribe and save, you are invited to that pool party. Any of our friends that we sign up as a customer, they spend at least $100 in their initial order, they're invited to come out as well. So a lot of people are having a ton of success utilizing that. If you haven't set up your subscribe and save, you just go to your Seacret agent back office, you click my subscribe and saves, and then there's different ones that they suggest in packs that give you an even deeper discount, or you can just manually, individually put whatever you'd like in there as well. So for those of you that are already planning to come to Vegas, if you can drop a Vegas into the chat, love to see who else is coming out with us. I think we're going to take that thing over with crazy amount of people. Going to be a ton of fun. If you're brand new, we're excited to meet you. We're excited to encourage you on. And I believe we're in day 13 right now of that 60-day challenge. So for those of you that have been rocking in the gym, seeing all kinds of selfies, those of you rocking all kinds of different products, I commend you. Staying consistent and, just keep doing it one day at a time. Plug into those Facebook groups. And again, just like these calls, we have things in place where everybody's here to cheer you on. I love that being a part of something like this, you're with people that are trying to build you up instead of tear you down. You're going to be around people that are encouraging you to get healthier, to get wealthier, to be around positive people instead of just some of the Debbie Downers. Sometimes we get stuck with at work or whatever else kind of thing. So all kinds of craziness out in the world. It's nice to have some positivity, and we try to definitely rock all of that. So yeah, chat's blowing up. All kinds of people coming out with Vegas. So super excited to have you guys out there. I wanted to share with you guys too. Like again, if you really want to learn more about products, we go through that. Like I said, Mr. Terry Camp does that on Saturdays. I want to share with you two of my favorites. I've been using a whole bunch of different things. Two of my favorites, I picked one nutrition, one skincare. So if you're looking for something to set up a subscribe and save, you're not sure what else you want to add on, or if you're looking something new, maybe you haven't tried yet, I'll just give you two of my absolute personal favorites I've had. On the nutrition side, if you guys haven't done the greens powder, to me, this is the game changer. So I love the protein. That's my favorite. In fact, we have been blowing and going with that thing. If you want to get protein right now, you can still get it in the 10-day reset packs. So if you notice that chocolate and vanilla were out in protein, that's how popular and good. Again, this stuff actually tastes good, and it's the cleanest protein I've ever seen. The protein, if you're still trying to get that, there is still some available in the 10-day reset packs. So a 10-day reset pack is really 20 servings, whereas the bigger protein and the bigger greens are 28 servings. So if you take them twice a day, that's why they call it the 10-day reset, but it really could be even a 20-day supply. So if you're still looking to get that, you can, but the greens are still available in the 28 serving as well. My wife likes the caps. I like the powder because into a shake, to me, it tastes 10 times better than if you just had it by itself. Like I'm talking even just protein, greens, and water, and it actually tastes like it's some sugary good drink. Like, again, for those of you that have been rocking greens, you know exactly what I'm talking about already, but highly, highly, highly recommend trying that. It's 21 different raw organic vegetables that's all packed in. And again, the taste is crazy. I've seen videos of people, in our company where their kids will take and lick, the green powder itself. They'll drink just the greens and water, like, picky eating, children do that, yet alone, for all of us, as you already know, you're trying to get healthier. We don't eat enough vegetables anyway, and it's a good natural form of energy. So you can use these before working out. I use them in my post-workout shake. Lots of good ways you can plug in with that. And then as far as on the skincare line, I've honestly been using a lot. My wife makes fun of me and says I smell like a grandma's cabinet because I be throwing like 13 different things on it at night. But specifically the men's aftershave. So again, guys, you can use everything. If it doesn't say men in big, bold, black letters, that doesn't mean that it's not for us too. But specifically, the men's aftershave has become one of my absolute favorites. Again, smells super good. I used to be the guy who didn't really know what to specifically throw on after shower. I might take like some random lotion or just not use anything after shaving stuff. So really like this stuff. It lasts a ton. So if you're looking for something that doesn't just run out, a week later, the men's aftershave really good. So why am I telling you two of these things? Well, one, I want you to know about products. And if you haven't tried those, I'd like you to know something about them. We might as well try them ourselves. But the other reason I was just telling you about those is that goes into what I want to help with if you're looking for something to do new on social media this week. Okay. So one of my good buddies' name's Brian Brown, another gentleman I've known for years. I saw something that he put on his story. He probably doesn't even know I'm talking about this right now, but I noticed it off of his story, and I thought it was so good. I wanted to really let all of you guys know if you're looking for something to do. I try to go through things each week. A lot of people have been, asked Crystal and I over, the last several months, a couple of years, like, what can I do to build on social media? What are some, tips or tricks, or what are things that can help me find more people to talk to? All kinds of things, based with that. And then a lot of us, when we get stuck at home with the quarantine, or now that we're utilizing Zoom more, just people continue to get more curious. So I made that a commitment each week. I'll try to do little things some things we've been doing a long time, some things I'm seeing new we can do, and just kind of share with everyone to give you something else to go and do. So again, keep doing everything you're doing, but here's a couple things that'll help as well. So on social media, I saw that Brian put on his story a couple screenshots of people giving their testimony of a specific product. Okay. So again, if you talk to me, I love stories because stories disappear 24 hours later. You can be a little more curious and salesy, and it's not stuck on your Facebook timeline forever. So like an Instagram story, a Facebook story, these really good things that you can go and do. But what I love, and what I would encourage all of us is a little bit of homework to do tonight, is reach out to some of your customers that you've already shared this with. Okay. Maybe you don't have any customers yet. Reach out to some other people within your team that is in Seacret that's purchased some product. Maybe you don't have much of a team yet. Reach out to some other people within Seacret that have tried something. So for example, if you're in this call, I would venture to guess of the 200 of us on here right now, and whoever's going to listen to this replay, the vast majority of us have tried something. Okay. Communicate that with a few. So get into, grab 3 to 5 of you guys, get together and ask in a text message, in a Facebook private message, in an Instagram DM, ask somebody, hey, what's one of your favorite products and what was your experience with it? Get them to say something back. And so what I thought was so genius, I don't know if this is what Brian did or how it went, but this is how I'm picturing it as a real easy thing you can do to create some curiosity, is you're going to take so you don't even have to take the portion of what you said. I just want you to take the portion of what they respond back to you. So for example, if you had texted me and said, hey, David, what's one of your favorite products? I would have rattled off one of these stories, but it would have been in a text like, yeah, honestly, never used to, I know I never eat enough vegetables. I'm always, dragging after I have my morning coffee into mid-afternoon. I'm looking for ways to, perk up and stuff. Heard about these greens, wasn't really sure. They actually tasted good, which makes it really easy to take. And now it's something I take every single day. I don't know how I lived my life without them before. I would have texted something like that. So you would take that part of what I had texted, blur out my name so they don't have to know who it is that's saying it. And you just put that as your story on Facebook, on Instagram. Okay. So you drop something in, and now what I saw is you go put, 1, 2, 3, maybe 5 of these at most, back to back to back to back. So now your friend, they're scrolling through their stories, and all of a sudden they see it's some sort of text. I can tell you, people get nosy. They want to look in a little more and go, okay, well, what's this conversation that's on here? So they're going to start reading through, and they might have no idea what you have of products or anything else, but they start reading, and somebody says something about how, man, I had such bad knee pain. I can't believe how I found this, and this recovery naturally helps me better. Like literally, I literally can't imagine not having that. Or you see somebody going, I used to have such bad bags under my eyes. It's crazy. It's actually working, and it's only been a week. Like, you start getting people at whatever your testimony is, whatever your experience was, whatever your friends, whatever your customers' experience were. But now what you're doing is you're creating curiosity. So all these people that are watching your story, and by the way, on Instagram and Facebook, you can see, if you haven't been posting stories, post some different things. Like, I post myself at reading my Bible every morning. I post going to the gym every day. I post some sort of some sort of creative way of me taking my shake and greens every day. I'll post when I'm doing Zoom calls. In fact, I can't forget that. I'm going to do that right now. So again, a way, if you've never posted a story, you can take a story on here. It doesn't have to be with me. You don't even have to tag me or anything if you don't want to, but go and post something. You can take, if you're looking to post a story, you can post something like this and go, growing my business in 2021, or, building something big this year. Or, hey, glad to be a part of a championship team. So you take, like, I'm going to take a boomerang right now, just like that. So I'm going to save that and post that later, but I'm going to say, building a championship team in 2021, just something where they're curious, going, you're on a Zoom call with 206 people. Why? Like, create some curiosity to people. So, same thing. You go and you post a couple of these stories of, bam, testimony. Now, again, blur out whoever said it. And you're creating curiosity. They don't know, whether that's a customer you referred, it's just somebody else in the company. Honestly, none of that even matters. What you're doing is you're starting to pique their interest. And at the end, so they only stay on for 24 hours. But let's say you post a few of those tonight. Well, tomorrow afternoon, pull that back up. Look at every single person that has saw the post that you just made right now. Look at every single person that looked at these, testimonies that you put on there. Well, now that might be someone you reach out to, or they might even reach out to you. If 3 people said something about recovery or helping with knee pain, they're like, well, what's that all about? Like, they might not even realize some of the products that we have to offer or the benefits that they could have. So just an easy way through social media without you even necessarily having to reach out to anyone, them just kind of creeping and seeing you. Now, maybe you reach out to them later in the week and they might go, oh, is that thing that helps with, with getting in better shape? Or because they're starting to be curious, but they're starting to process you have something going on. So all you're trying to do is just get people wondering what's going on. That's an easy thing you can do on social media. So hopefully that helps. Again, I like to really utilize on stories. So it's not something you have to do 50 of them a day, but it's just something easy you can do. And again, if you sucked and you and nothing was going to happen with it, disappeared 24 hours later, no big deal either. Okay. So that's some stuff. Hopefully that'll be helpful with social media. I'll try to give you some different things you can do each and every week. But again, try some of these things. I'll show you here a little bit later how something I had said to do on a story, I literally closed a customer with. I'm going to show you that here at the end. So I practice what I preach the same way too. But specifically, I want to go through. So in our network marketing career, Crystal and I have referred, probably close to 500 people personally by now. That we personally, in fact, in 2020, we personally referred over 100 new customers. A lot of them ended up doing the business with us. A lot of them did, just became a customer with us. Now, even just in the last week, I think Crystal and I referred 3 different customers. So I'll walk you through some things, but a lot of it, I'll tell you, is all about how good you can get at following up. Like, it's kind of laughable to me if you ever hear somebody say they don't follow up, because that means they're really not actually building the business themselves, would be in my opinion. If they're not following up, they're kind of relying on their team to follow up and then, maybe help their team or something. But if you're building new teams, if you want to go get a new customer base, it's going to be all about you getting good at obviously inviting people, but then following up with them as well. So couple of rules I want right off the bat for those of you trying to get better. And some of you already know you suck at follow-up. That's okay. We'll go through this here over the next 15 minutes or so, okay? So first thing I want you to do, get organized, okay? I have a pretty green analytical personality, but you don't have to be as analytical as, an accountant or anything like that. You have to understand you need to take your business serious. So I don't care if it's on a fancy spreadsheet. Mine, a lot of the time, is on a piece of paper, or what I found is really helpful is I open up a notes tab. So I have a Mac and an iPhone, so they connect to each other really easy. So I have a notes tab that's titled Follow Up, and I write every person's name that I showed, a little bit about them. If I, maybe I just met them, so I don't know a ton about them versus, it's my mom, I already don't need to write anything about that. But then I'm saying like what they were interested in or what they said when I'm supposed to follow back up. Okay. So I make sure you're tracking who it is that you showed. How many people did you show in the last 7 days? If it's 0, that's really easy to track. If it's 10, well, how do you know which one of those 10, do you remember by heart when they said they were going to get started or what their objection was? If you keep everything tracked real easy, it's going to be a lot of help. For those that don't stay organized with it, I want you just to get your heart in the right place. And I think you'll be more willing to do this. I've been studying a lot of stuff with follow-up stuff I've been doing. This is some of my favorite things I've really, that I've learned over the years and that we've done. I just want to go through because I think it'll be helpful for you guys. One thing that stuck out at a training I had heard before is you need to attach the meaning to following up. Okay. So if you're struggling with, oh, I suck at following up, ha ha ha, and like you're just not doing it, or like, oh man, I never remember to do that. You need to attach a deeper meaning to why you should follow up with people. Like you got to remember what this can do. Like somebody can be struggling with something that a product of ours can be life changing for them. Somebody can be really hurting right now, and their life can look completely different financially because of this opportunity. Somebody can be struggling, mental health wise, and get around a positive group of people, and their excitement level can be so different 90 days from now. And you have the ability to go bring that blessing to your family and friends. So think of it this way: what if, somebody that you care about fell on some really hard times, and maybe some health things happened, maybe they lost their job, just lots of really hard things, and you got it in your heart, let's rally the neighborhood, let's get a fundraiser going, let's see what we can't do to really help them out. Maybe it was around Christmas time, we're trying to figure out how we can really help them get through those tough times. And let's say you got this whole fundraiser organized, and you got a hold of 200 people. You got a hold of 200 individual people, and out of those 200, 156 of them, let's say for a random number, said verbally, they committed to you, I'm going to donate something. Yes, I feel you. I want to help Susie Q out. So I can't believe what's happened to her with this and that and this and that. Yes, I want to help her out. $10 here. Yep. Get back to me. $20 here. Yep. I'm going to get you $100. Yep. You got 156 people that said they're going to help out. And this is going to be life-changing. This is going to make such an impact for your friend. Out of those 156 that said they were going to go and help out, how many of those are you going to follow up with? You who say right now, we're saying in the beginning, I suck at follow-up. Oh, I got to get better at follow-up. I bet you every single one of us would have followed up with every single person that said they were going to donate something. You wouldn't have been like, Adrian, he said $100 for whatever. I suck at follow-up. I'm not going to reach out to Adrian. The Susie can use $100 less. So you have a meaning to it, and you would go through it. We all would do it, whether you're organized or not organized, whether you have all the names written down or not. You'd remember, you'd figure out a way, you'd prioritize to do that. Do the same in your business. So figure out a reason to understand what this can do. And maybe it's, just continuing to stay plugged in yourself, but there's so many good things that can come from us bringing these blessings of our products, of our opportunity, getting around a positive group of people, so many good things we can bring. Have that attitude when you're going through the follow-up, okay? So I would start there, have meaning towards it. The second thing I would tell you, we are not needy. You cannot be needy. We are busy. So when you follow up, you are a busy person, okay? You are not the needy person. This is not like, you cannot be the needy, whiny ex-boyfriend. The one that is, I saw you didn't call. I saw you didn't open up my last 2 messages. Is everything okay? Are you there? Are you still planning to want to marry me one day? Please, why aren't you picking up my calls? Who did you go out with? Don't be the weird, naggy, needy ex-boyfriend, ex-girlfriend. That's the first person getting dumped to the curb. Okay? We are busy. We are not needy. So have that posture when you're following up. It's not, you said you were going to watch the video. You said you were going to jump on the Zoom call with me. You said that your credit card got in on February 1st, and I'm just making sure. Like, you get what I'm saying? Don't be needy in your follow-up, but you're going to be purposeful with it, okay? So 2 things I want to go through. What you can do to follow up with somebody after it's been a couple days, and what you can do if you haven't talked to somebody in over a month, okay? So if you're going to follow up with somebody and it's been a couple days, in fact, I want you, if you got, so for those of you that were on last week, if you went and invited at least 5 people over the week to see what's going on, to attempt to show a presentation. I didn't say you signed 5 people up. I didn't even say you did 5 presentations. You invited at least 5 people. Drop a 1 into the comments, okay? Because I talked about, I was going to give you some things. If you go and show somebody, I'm going to give you ways you can keep following up. So for those of you dropping the 1 in the comments, you showed at least 5 people. You can do that in at least in the last 7 days. Some of you might have showed 5 the same night last night. Some of you are going to show 5 before you go to bed tonight, or invite 5 before you go to bed tonight. Maybe you invite 50 a day. Whatever you've been doing. For all of you, actually, make it some action. I love it. Even if it was just you post a 1 in the comments, you got to participate in that. You can get on calls, but if you don't go take any action steps, you're never going to have a new customer this time next week. So you can just track what you can control. You can control if you're going to commit to inviting 5 people. You get what I'm saying? You can't guarantee that 5 people are going to be new customers this time next week, but you can commit you're going to invite some people, or you can commit you're going to follow up tonight. So by this time next week, maybe that has led to going and converting something versus just sitting there hoping they're going to reach back out to you. Okay. So congrats all of you that haven't shown, but for those that it was just our last couple of days, let me give you a couple of things. Okay. One of the easiest things, let me give you some different scenarios. You showed somebody 2 days ago. Okay. And they said, yeah, I really like it. I'm going to get back to you later tonight. They said that to you. And now 48 hours has gone by and they haven't got back to you. Again, we're not the needy ex-boyfriend or ex-girlfriend going, oh, why didn't you call? You said you were going to call 2 days ago. Or are you still interested? Would you still want to be a part of my team? None of that. Instead, you're just reaching out and take the awkwardness away from them. So they know they didn't call 2 days ago when they were supposed to. So why don't you reach out and go, hey, let me pick somebody up. Shar, hey, Shar, my bad, girl. I've been so busy. I'm just getting a chance to follow back up with you now. How are you? So again, somebody was supposed to reach out. They didn't. A couple days have went by. I reach out. Hey, sorry, I've been so busy. I'm just getting a chance to follow up with you. How are you? I'm trying to get them from being non-responsive to responsive. Okay. So we're getting them where they have left us on red and didn't say anything back, or they said they were going to do something they didn't. And instead of being weird and needy about it, it's take the pressure off of them. I know they were supposed to get a hold of me, but hey, my bad. I've been so busy rocking and rolling. I'm just getting a chance to reach back out. How are you? Not, hey, my bad. I just got reached out. Hey, will you do this, and this? It's just get them back into having a conversation. So now you can move along. Now they respond to you. Now you can go right back for the throat of, hey, bam, you're ready to get started today. Hey, you want to try some products, or do you want to start referring people from the business side right away too? You're then going into closing there. A couple other things that you can use. Okay. For those of you that have a sarcastic personality, let's say you invited somebody and they said, yeah, I'm all in. I want to hear about it. Yep. Let's set up that Zoom call tonight at 10 o'clock. And tonight goes by, you reach out at 10 o'clock and go, hey, you still ready to get on? No response. And maybe then, the next day you had said, hey, girl, you still trying to chat? No response. For those of you that have the sarcastic personality, this one gets a response almost 100% of the time. I say no response ? That's cold. And then I'll give like a cold emoji, or I'll give a laughing, a crying emoji. No response ? That's cold, LOL. Or I'm saying something like that. Bam, send. And you will be amazed how many people magically, oh, I'm so sorry. I'll say that to Mikhail. No response, bro. That's cold, LOL. Hit him with the cold emoji. Hits me back. Oh my gosh, bro, I'm so sorry. I've been so busy. I was up with my daughter all night, man. I'm getting this next music studio set up. My bad, bro. Yeah, man, I'm still trying to chat. When can we find a time? You'd be amazed how many people go and do that versus, oh, I thought you wanted to hear from me. Don't you want to talk? It's like, it's something so easy. Eric Grzybowski, I heard from him a couple of years ago. One of the easiest things, you showed somebody and they, drug you on a few different times. So you've done several follow-ups to them. And now some times went by. You just hit them with, you ready, ? Or I'll say, if you want to be a little nicer with it, hey, Akeem, ! You ready, ? Almost every time they'll go, ready for what? Or some people, I've literally done trainings on this in the past. They go, yeah, I think I'm ready now. And I literally signed them right up. Some of them knew exactly what I was talking about. Others, ready for what? Again, it went from non-responsive to responsive. So we're just moving the conversation along, okay? Another thing, you sent them something, they didn't, let's say they were, I'm gonna show this to my wife and I'll get back to you. And then no response, okay? You could just send some sort of funny GIF. It's like, the funny image. So it's like, you can take like the Forrest Gump GIF of him going, you just send that, no words, just something, or it's like, like type in hello, or where are you? Or it's like, it's just some funny image of all that. And they'll, so many times I'll do that and they'll comment back like, LOL, yeah, I'm still here. My wife, my wife was working last night. We're talking tonight. But again, it broke it from non-responsive to responsive, okay? Another thing you can do if you're following up, you can provide value for something. So you could be, kicking them over a testimony of somebody. So, if I'm talking to Alexis Cruz, who's a massage therapist, I could hit him with a testimony. He's kind of got me in this awkward situation where he said he was, interested, he wants to make some money, wanted to try some products. Maybe I hit him with somebody else that's in the healthcare of that, that reminds me of him and the success they've had. So now I'm just reminding him, making him relate to somebody. Maybe that's my follow-up. Maybe let's see, maybe Alea wanted to try recovery, she said, but she hasn't actually ordered it yet. Maybe all I did is send her an article of all the benefits of what molecular hydrogen does. You can go to molecularhydrogenstudies.com. There's a whole bunch of like fancy doctor case studies and everything on it. But it's like, I can just provide something. Again, I'm just moving them from not talking to me, leaving me on red, to continue moving forward to see what's going on. And you can do this all over the place. So anybody you talked to in the last few days, though, pick some of that. All of that will be gold to go through. If you haven't talked to somebody in a month, this is one of the coolest things I've ever heard somebody talk about with going through follow-up stuff. So I want you to write this down. If it's been over a month, update plus deflection. Update plus deflection. Okay? So if you haven't talked to them in over a month, so let's say, I got to get out of the A's, use somebody else here. Let's say Corey Brown. I messaged Corey and he said he was going to want to do the business. He got paid on Friday. Friday came, he went into witness protection, and I haven't heard from him for 5 weeks since. Anyone ever had that happen before? Okay, so now Corey hasn't responded to me in over a month. Okay, well, I'm going to hit him with some sort of an update. Okay, here's a couple things you can update. You can update edifying a person that you're about to show. Like it could be, hey Corey, what's up, bro? I got my boy Mikhail. I'm gonna be talking to tomorrow. Dude owns a music studio, super sharp dude, knows everybody and their mom. I'm guessing if he gets started, he's gonna be taking a whole bunch of my time up. I just wanted to get back to you, but before I get way too busy, make sure I'm there to answer any questions you might have. I'm just saying something to re-peak them. So I'm letting them know about someone sharp that's going to be coming into the business, for example. Maybe I'm edifying, maybe you have, maybe you know of somebody, let's say, so Corey was a professional athlete. Let's say I know, another professional athlete that just joined. Maybe it's not even on my team, but I hit him. Hey, dude that played for the Dolphins just got started in our club. We're doing big things out here with athletes. So I'm giving him an update. Okay, I'm updating him on something. Maybe I'm updating him on something that happened to me. Corey, what's up, bro? I just hit the rank of blah, blah, blah. I just got $250 of free product. This stuff is so good. I'm hitting them with something positive that's happened to me, something positive that's happened to somebody else that I know on my team, in the company, one of my friends. Okay, like you don't have to give this detailed explanation of, it's my friend Mikhail Steele who lives at 2338 Woodbury. What you get what I'm saying? Like it's, hey, you're piquing their interest with something. You're giving them, you're just finding an excuse to tell them about something to reach out. So you're giving them an update, but then you're deflecting away from it. Okay, so you give them an update, like, hey, we're launching Seacret, in countries all over the globe right now. Things in Asia and Africa and Europe, opening all over the place. People are fired up. You're just giving them something of an update, but then you're going to deflect away. Okay, so you're not trying to sell them right there. All you're doing is giving an update of something positive happened and deflect it away. Like, hey man, do you know, so let's say I showed Corey, go back to the same example, and he was all about the business. Okay. So I hit him with, some sort of positive update, hey bro, I've been taking my shaking greens now for the last month. I feel like I went from a 4-pack to a 5-pack. That 6-pack's almost there. I'm giving him some sort of update, and then I'm going to deflect it away. Hey bro, do you know anyone that is into fitness and wants to make some money from home if we taught him how to do it? So I gave him an update of something, and now I'm going to deflect it away. Do you know anyone that, whatever? If I had talked to, let's say I talked to Dolores about something with the skincare, maybe I'd focus it more on the product. Do you know anyone that's, looking to lighten up some wrinkles if we show them some real clean products they could use to do it? I'm giving some sort of update, and I'm deflecting away. Do you know anyone that blank? And then I'm hitting, hey, let me know, hope all is well. And again, we're busy, so it's, do you know anyone that wants to blank? Let me know if you do. Hope all is well. I got to run, jumping on another call. Hey, I'm about to get on another meeting, but So again, we are not needy, we're busy. Okay. We are successful, busy people, got things going on. We got good stories going on, and we're just touching base with them. Okay. You're not selling right there. So I'm not hitting Corey going, hey bro, just, again, hey bro, been taking these nutrition products over the last month, went from, I feel like my 4-pack's to 5-pack. I'm almost on to my 6-pack. Dude, man, big things been happening. I'm loving it. Don't know, or do you know anyone that, is big into fitness that was, do you know any other athletes that are open to making some extra income from home if we show them how to do it? If not, no big deal. Hope all is well. Got to jump on another call. It's not, hope all is well. Hey, you should do this. If you would have signed up with me, I'd already have 5 more people on your team. Oh my gosh, you could kill this, Corey. You need to join with me. It's just update, deflection, move on. It just gives you a reason to stay in touch with people. And then again, stop right there, let them respond. You'll be amazed of what happens through all of that. So you don't have to always be selling, okay? But at the same time, I want you to be direct. So there's a lot of ways to skin the cat with this. The point is, if you're not tracking who you've invited, back up even more. If you haven't invited anybody, you have nobody to follow up with. So you have to invite people. You have to show people. Then you can follow up with those people. Some people, maybe you follow up with more than others, but I practice what I preach. So let me give you exact examples. I'm going to give you 2 examples of 2 customers I personally referred in the last week. Okay. So show you how I use some of this. If you remember a couple weeks ago, I told you to post on your story using your product, to look at who looked at your story. The same way you could have posted that you're on this leadership call, that you're, part of a championship team, something to pique someone's interest. Just like you could post an example of a product testimony. Someone is going to send you a text, you're going to blur their name out, and you're going to just show the portion of what they said positive about one of the products. So it creates curiosity. Well, I looked at all the people that looked at it. There's me drinking a shake on January 9th, and I hit my guy up and I said, have you set me health goals for 2021? Just like I told you guys to do a few weeks ago. Yes, I want to get back down to 12 to 13% body fat. Do you have a product to turn me on to? Again, if I wouldn't have reached out, how was he going to magically know I had a product? He didn't reach out to me. I still had his interest peaked a little because he knows I'm replying to this. So he's like, well, I don't know what's in that. I got his interest peaked. Okay. So now we blah, 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 blah. We talk. Okay. Now it's January 14th. Okay. I have already written this guy down that I'm going to be following up with him. So now he's in my mind. I see he looks at my story again, and I had already sent him some info. So he hadn't responded. So one of the ways I followed up is I just replied or sent to him seeing my story, showing that he saw my story. He didn't reach out to me. I followed him. You get a chance to check everything out. Only a little bit, blah, blah, blah. Thanks for following up with me, buddy. You understand, if I didn't follow up with him right here, he probably never was going to reach out to me, never would have had a sale. So many of us, we take the time, we invite, we get them into a presentation, we get them to see some information. You have to follow up. If they don't sign up right then and there, out of the 400 to 500 people, Crystal, I've gotten, the vast majority of them, it wasn't even on the spot. A whole bunch were, but definitely not the majority of them. Okay. So now you fast forward, that was January 14th. Now this past Saturday, I hit him with another, and I think we have some other stuff in between I had skipped out here too, but hey bro, just wanted to follow up. Would you want to put an order in to try anything today? I think I'll put an order in later tonight or tomorrow. I'm golfing, blah, blah, blah. Sounds good, blah, blah, blah. Saturday. So he tells me what he doesn't want, but he asks if I have something else I want. Fast forward to the next day. I'm not sure if you noticed, but I ordered 4 different things. So I started inviting him January 14th. He purchased 10 days later. There was 4 different times I initiated a follow-up. Okay. So if you're sitting here like, geez, I don't have a customer in the last 2 weeks. Well, have you followed up with somebody more than once? So start getting stuff into motion. Again, you're just always trying to get them from unresponsive to responsive, and just keep the conversation going to see if we're going to get them now or if we're going to get them later. Let me give you another example. Okay, hit this guy up. So I had showed, this is one of my new buddies that just got started. We got connected off of Instagram. So showed him, he was going to talk with his wife, and we were going to talk from there. So I said, what time, this is on January 15th. What time works to jump back on Zoom with you and your wife today? So wifey was going to be busy and stuff, but she, he's going to the gym. They were maybe interested in doing it together. He's still interested in itself. No problem. Sounds great. So the 6:30 workout ended up not working out. It was date night. Okay. I'm not right there going, well, what the heck? You said you were ready. Why aren't you signing up? No big deal. Just move on. So now we go to January 16th. I think we had missed something here, but it was, do you want to move forward with that today? He's going to hold off till payday. No big deal. So we rock from there. And then we fast forward over here to, let's see, I had to move my screen. So now I hit him yet another time. Did today work to place your first product order? After we had talked about some other people he already had interested. And then on Saturday, he had ordered already on his own. Might have been late Friday night. I noticed on Saturday, hey bro, notice you got started. So again, I showed him January 13th, signed up 10 days later. I had initiated 6 different follow-ups that led to that. Those are 2 customers my wife and I personally have just done in the last few days. Not an example of something that I did 5 years ago, not an example of something I read out of a book and we're gonna try, like, again, I'm practicing what I preach the same way. You just have to reach out to say something to somebody, okay? So the question then comes, when do you stop following up? Okay, in my experience, you stop following up, forgive my language, when they're a douchebag, okay? So they be a D-bag and you stop following up with them. It's not they were a douchebag and they get to take it away from you. You have the power to stop giving them the opportunity to use it. See, you have good products that would have benefited them. You no longer are offering this to them. Let them go to Amazon and pay the full retail price instead of being able to get a hookup from us and get a VIP price. You know, random person, if they don't know one of us, their only option is to go to Amazon and they have to pay the full retail price. But because you refer them, they can get a VIP pricing. Nah, forget them. He ever wants my price, he can go to Amazon. I'm not giving him the hookup. He was a D-bag to me. Okay. And again, I get people being rude all the time. I literally can't, Zoom would censor me and kick me off if I told you some of the crazy things people say. Whoop-de-doo. But until they're an a-hole, I'm going to keep following up with them. I have stories I can share with you where, again, sometimes it's days, sometimes it's weeks, sometimes it's years later. But no doesn't mean no, it means not now. So why would you stop? If what you have really is something you believe in, you're passionate about it, why wouldn't you share it with them? Why wouldn't you continue to leave the door open? And again, by following up, so many people, they'll start to see you have a little bit of success, and then they won't humble themselves to reach back out. See, a lot of us, we're getting excited trying products, that we haven't really tried before, and people are hitting you with the, well, have you used it? Or, how much money have you made? Well, let me know when you've hit this rank. You understand when you actually do make that money, when you actually do hit that rank, they're not going to humble themselves and go, yeah, I really screwed up on that, Gloria. I should have hopped on with you back on January 26th. Now it's, May 14th and you actually did all those things and I see I screwed up. No, that person's never going to say a word to you. But when you follow up and you're always nice and you leave the door open for them, you can pick a whole bunch of them back up. Now, when they're a D-bag, you move on, you cross them off your list. But again, if you're tracking all this stuff, it gives you all kinds of time to go through. So let's say now it's Monday night. Our pay periods go Tuesday to Monday. Okay, it's Monday night and you're X number of sales away from hitting X rank. Well, now you got this huge follow-up list you can go and stir some stuff up with. If you get excited, you go, okay, how can I go get 5 customers this month? How can I go get 5 customers this week? Well, now you have some things you can start aiming. I don't know what your goals are. Set those goals for you, but just understand that you say something to someone. Is there a perfect magic phrase you're going to say following up? No. Just like there's not a perfect magic phrase you're going to say when you invite someone. Just like there's not a perfect magic way to present to somebody. Just do something. That is the theme of this every time we go through this every week. Say something to somebody. If you don't reach out to someone, there's a good chance they're not going to get started. If you don't follow up with someone, there's a good chance they're not going to get started. If you never share that you have an opportunity and you're seeing if they're open to hearing about it, there's a good chance they're never going to actually see it. So have fun as you go through this stuff, and just know that you have a team that's here to help. Okay. So we again, every Wednesday night, here's a business locker room. If you're trying to figure out how to give some cool stories, get on those Saturday calls, learn more about some of these products. If you haven't tried some of these products, try them yourself. It's a lot easier if you actually like them to then share them with other people as well. But you just have to say something to someone, or maybe there's a product you think you would never buy yourself. but hear what it does, because you can think of somebody that would be helpful to. Make follow-up fun. Again, have a passion, heartfelt reason why you're doing it, and don't be needy as you go through it. Hopefully some of those things will help. Again, we'll do these each and every Wednesday night. I guess homework, so to speak, is go try at least to 10 people. Okay. As we wrap up here, drop a number 5 in the comments if you're committed to following up with at least 5 people in the next 24 hours. Okay. If you're going to follow up with 5 people in the next 24 hours, maybe it's somebody you haven't talked to in over a month. You're going to hit them with an update deflection. Maybe it's somebody you just showed. Maybe you need to go invite a few people. So then in the next, later on over the next couple of days, you can do that. But if you're committed to doing that, you're controlling what you can control. That is something to celebrate. You can control how many people you invite. You can control how many people you follow up with. The results come when we just do the action long enough. So appreciate you guys jumping on. Went a couple minutes longer than I normally wanted to. I'll get this recording into the Get Paid Nation Facebook page. Appreciate you guys. I know there's a lot of things we can be doing our Wednesday nights. So very much respect your time. Appreciate everyone for jumping on. Hopefully some of this stuff helped. Continue to have fun. We'll see you next week. And God bless, guys. Have a great week.